So we're talking about a team. Denver's not going anywhere this year. We're a 10.5-point favorite. It's going to rain tomorrow. It almost seems like if he gets a rest this week, he's got 10 days till the next game to get shored up.
Yeah.
He obviously wants to go. He hates missing games. Pat made a comment about it after their the Detroit game. He's like, I'm not missing another game. Like he wants to go right back out there. Obviously it was taped up yesterday at practice, so it's still like not 100%. And he made some jokes about his ankle on his podcast, New Heights podcast, the episode that came out today. But JD, if you were in charge of the medical staff and all this stuff, and you were Andy, are you sitting Travis Kelce tomorrow night just to err on the side of caution to make sure he's healthy for next weekend?
If I'm on the staff, and look, I trust Andy and Rick, those guys, to make the best decision for Travis and for the entire team. I think myself, I would rest him, and that's me, just for the simple fact that it is a long season, and our most valuable player on offense is Travis Kelce. And so I want to make sure that he's rested up, he's healed, he's getting healed. And so there's no need taking extra hits, more hits on him. That's just going to wear him down. I think Noah Gray does a pretty decent job with coming in for him. And obviously he's not going to have the type of production that Travis has, but he'll give you something. That's for sure. And Blake Bell as well. And like I said, his defense hadn't been stellar at all. So why not go against this defense now? We give the ball to Isaiah Pacheco, McKinnon, and let them guys work. Let them eat. Darius Toney's another week healthy, a few days healthier than what he has been. And so we've been talking about, maybe bringing him up with some more reps. No doubt about it. Bring him up. So I think I wouldn't mind sitting Travis for a week. I really don't. But I think those guys, they'll make the decision that's good for them. And Travis will let them know. He'll let them know. But I don't think if it's something that's going to put him in harm's way and you think it's going to be something that's more lingering and hurt him, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't chance it.
JD, talking about it's supposed to be raining on tomorrow night in Kansas City. I think it's going to rain all day tomorrow. Does that add to? Does that kind of come in a little bit if you are dealing with a rolled or low ankle sprain? I mean, does that come into effect? Like, it's gonna be raining tomorrow. I don't know what the field's how the field's gonna hold up with your ankle and all that stuff. Does that play a part in it or no?
It plays in a part of the decision. It does, because you slip, easier, right? You can't get the planting like you want. So, but here's the thing, though. Look, Travis wants to play because he's Travis. Travis is a football player, okay? Just like all of us. Look, you had to cut our legs off for us not to play. I mean, that's the thing about it. We have a high pain tolerance and threshold that we feel like we can play each and every time. It doesn't matter. It's always, wrap it up and let us go. That's how we think. That's how football players think. And sometimes it might take, coaches to get us out our own way. Nobody likes missing games. Believe me, I know exactly how Travis feels. As a coach, I would say, maybe erring in the way of caution. But it's Travis. Travis like, man, I want to play. I know he wants to play. You take all of it into account. But with us, we measuring like, man, it don't even matter. We're going to be able to do whatever. I don't care if it's raining, snowing, whatever it may be. We want to play, okay? I'm going to be good enough to play. So I know Trav want to play. I ain't worried about what he wants to do because I know he wants to play. And sometimes somebody says, look, man, I got to step in not to do that. That'll piss him off. He'll be pissed off about it if they do keep him out. But for a coach, I can see them making that decision not to play him. But for a player, he don't care. That's just how we do, man. It's who we are. That's how we made. We just program that way. So, like I said, Barron cutting his leg off, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna want to come out there and play.
Yeah, and especially the way I was looking at some of the numbers, the way Denver gives up yards and catches to tight ends. Man, yeah. I'm taking betting props this week. If Kelce plays, I'm going all in on him and Pacheco. They can't stop tight ends and they can't stop the running game at all. They've been a disaster.
Here's the thing, and we got to understand that his presence alone, he could come out there and get dressed. Just make it look like he's going to play. And coaches can sit there and say, hey, man, we're just going to, right now at this moment, we're just going to get you out there, get you a couple plays in, and that's it, and take you out. So even his presence in itself is going to mean a whole lot against Denver. It really will. It really will. You don't want, like I said before, you don't want to give up your hand early and say he's not playing. You don't want to do that, because then all of a sudden Denver is not getting ready not to play Travis Kelce. And so you make them think they had to cover every little thing, man. It's just it's a chess match. So even if you get him out there, get him dressed up, let him run a couple of routes on the sideline, catch a few balls, you're saying, look, you're only going to play about 25% of this game or 50% of the game. Or if we definitely need you, then we'll put you in. So, yeah, get him dressed, get him ready, get him out there for a couple plays. But I wouldn't say put the load on him doing 95% of the plays or 100% of the plays like he usually is used to. I don't think you do that at all.
Yeah, I think some of the stuff I've seen online for the last time he was out week 1, we had the introduction to some of the receivers that all the drops we had week 1. I think a lot of people were scared of possibly that happening again in week 6. Do you think, as far as for the younger guys like Rashee Rice, I believe he had a drop in that game. His first target was a drop, but it's been 5 weeks. These guys have been acclimated to the game more, as far as that. You're not going to have the kind of the newbie kind of like, oh shoot, it's my NFL, it's my first game moment. You're not going to have that. You don't think we're going to have those kind of those kind of problems on Thursday night?
No, man. He the first he was just getting his jitters out, playing in the NFL, because you're actually here. So he was a little concerned, a little nervous. I'm sure he was a little queasy in the stomach as well. So, and look, I don't look at that as all. I don't think you have a question about his hands. I definitely don't. I don't think Patrick Mahomes does either. And so I think you get a guy, you keep feeding him, give him a little bit more looks, get him out there a little bit more. So let him do what you brought him in here to do, right? And so if you don't play a guy like Travis Kelce, let him be the big receiver in the middle, catching the football, reigning over the middle part of the football field. Why not? Let him occupy that space, okay? Let him occupy that space. So I think he's a big enough boy to put that on his shoulders. I trust him. He's been showing he can be trusted. He caught the balls that he's caught in the end zone, the close to the end zone, has all been over the middle, every single one of them. So I had no problem with him. I think, you bring him in. Definitely do.
Yeah. Nick Bolton, they said earlier that he's going to play tomorrow. He's back for the first time after 3 weeks of being out with an ankle injury as well. I don't know what it is, JD, but ankle injury for everybody. But, well, although they said Mahomes didn't actually hurt his ankle on Sunday. It was actually he got a knee to the calf.
Yeah, I can tell that, yeah.
But talk about Bolton's impact and presence being back. How important is that?
I mean, huge. You get your captain back. Get your captain back on defense, and that's what you need. You need a guy who's directing the traffic for everybody out there, the conductor, making sure everybody is in tune with everything, right? Sounding good. But that's going to be big for him. And we need him back. We need him to go ahead and get ready and get himself back together out here playing. His presence was missed last week for sure. But in the 2 weeks, matter of fact, the 2 weeks, Jets and Minnesota. But this week, it's good to have him back. It's always good to see Bolton out there, man. Like I said, he brings a whole different energy to the thing. And so sometimes seeing presence and certain guys out there, lets you play on fire. And hopefully you'll see a little bit more of our defense when we gave our first couple of weeks in the season, a little bit more against this offense that Denver is trying to resurrect. So he'll do a good job, man. Can't wait to see Bolton back out on the field.
Yeah, I can't wait. I have my fantasy. I want some my IDP numbers back. I drafted that guy pretty early in one of my fantasy leagues. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.